Okay, moving on. This is our Asari Justicar build. Um, this is the third of the adepts that I like to use. There's actually four. I like to use the Drell too. It's fun. I pretty much don't use any human characters unless they're an N7 character. Call me special, call me weird, call me Nate, call me whatever you want. As long as it gets my attention. This one, love the Asaris, just love them. This one is kind of tough, and it's an absolute juggernaut in silver, but it's a super technical creature in gold and platinum. Let's take a look at why. Let's start off with weapons again. I've gone with the Cerberus Harrier on this one, and the reason being is later on when we look at the powers, there's a special power that locks onto assault rifles and brings that recharge speed. We're looking at a horrible recharge speed for an adept, and it's horrible in my opinion. It may not be in yours, but really what we're focusing on is using our abilities, maximizing offense. That's your best best ally. So anyways, great gun, best assault rifle there is. Mine is obviously we're a couple ranks away. We'll get there. You can also use this with a Hurricane. That's a great gun. A little bit lighter. You'll get those recharge speeds you want, but ultimately you won't get the stopping power that you get with this. And early on, I mean, really, this character, this adept really needs a gun. Like, and this is the only. I don't want to say it's the only way to build it, but to get the right balance, this is what I've stuck with. So, Cerberus Harrier with this one is really great. And let's go into the powers now. I start all my adepts. I start with this one because if I'm resetting my powers, if I'm promoting a class, I use this one because of that gun. So biotics. Let's start off with Biotic Sphere. Bam, bam, bam. Love it. Biotic Sphere is the greatest thing you can have for this character. You want to do an increase of radius. Shield recharge. You're already going to get a bonus. So go ahead and make it bigger. Because what that does is and you'll see why later, is it encompasses more area. More area means it fits into more situations. So the more functional it is, you're going to take that over effectivity. And ultimately, that increases its effectivity, so I won't even use that word, but yeah, it's more useful, I think. Enemy weakness. Here's a tough one. You can go either way on this. You can protect your friends, but I use this as an offensive weapon. So I put this out there, and I try to use biotic combinations. As in the past, with other builds that you might have seen me do, the combinations are key to winning. So, enemy weakness, and then warp. This is a real tricky effect. You're basically creating a shield that's applying what you throw at somebody. And once this is on them, you can go ahead and hit Reeve, which we'll go on to next. So I'm gonna apply this, and let's say there's 3 enemies in here. Set them up for a biotic detonation, as you can read. So Reeve, great tool, great tool. This drains their life away. It's pretty much like warp. It kind of gives you a little bit of damage reduction. It's kind of a weird thing that you kind of sap them just a little bit, but not so much. I go with duration on this one over impact radius. You could go either way on this one, but I like to think I'm being accurate because how many you don't always encounter a great deal of enemies at one time. So duration's my friend on this one. Damage protection, I really prefer being able to get back to laying down another bubble or another reed. Hey. Oh, my dog. He's here in my broadcasts, and he's here on my highlights. You could go either way on this one. A little more time is not going to kill you. I will take recharge speed on this one. Normally I don't, but I want to be able to keep doing this. When banshees come... Hi! My dog's gotta go. This is going to be the last one for today. So barriers and armor, damage and duration. This is going to go against barriers because you know what? You think that's cute, do you? Oh, the joys of having a dog. Thank you for putting up with that. But yeah, barriers and armor. You've seen it a couple other times now. You may think, oh, but only a couple enemies have that. But I'll tell you what, it's those couple of enemies that are going to kill you. That's all I have to say. Those banshees, those atlases, those Geth Pyro. So barriers and armor. Spirit's all down, down, down. That's all offense. And then it's up, down, up for read. Pull. Wow, if you're not ever gonna, if you're never gonna play gold, I would say get pull. Why not? Pull's great. Lifts them up, you read them, pop them. It's like a no-brainer. But as much as I'd love to have this, I do a blanker on one of these. I don't use any pull. And here's one, Justicar. 1, 2, 3. Those are the obvious ones. We're going to take those right away. It's a good boy. The dog. This is our little side effect here. Weapon damage, direct capacity. You want to be able to carry this weapon, so we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get that weight capacity. Headshots versus power damage. This is a tough choice. If you're a great aim, go for headshots. If you are if you're going to be using a lot of biotics, do that. I am going to take the headshots on this one. Laugh if you will, but this is part of that biotic balance. I mean, I'm going to get my damage in with the spear and the reeve, and 15% is not going to be as much as, you know, gosh, I could go either way on this one. What do you think, Peyton? He doesn't know. He just knows he's supposed to get a walk soon. But I digress. I appreciate you accepting the casual nature of this video. Let's see here, power damage. Oh man, I really should have a quick answer for this, because we need to get to this assault rifle weight decrease. Ultimately, that's the most important thing. We're going to go ahead and say power damage, because we should already be getting headshots. We're going to do that just based on the whole biotic law. And then assault rifle decrease weight. Now, before we go on to let's just go on to fitness. Obvious, obvious, obvious. And you could go ahead and short this. Take 3 and then put that on reeve. Take 5 and put that on reeve. But I gotta tell you, this extra health, this is gonna get you through gold. Because if you want to play gold, you need that extra health because you need to take a couple shots to put out a couple shots. Now our power recharge is down to 164. That is great. Oh, plus 164, and that's on the good end. So here we have, we're going to be able to recharge that bubble and that reeve, and you got a gun that's great. So you got big guys coming at you. You can do a lot of damage. Just setting them up, popping them. I suggest, and this is what I would do. How do we do that, my friend? I think we put up the bubble. They enter the bubble. Once they get into the bubble, you reeve, and that's the biotic detonation because they're being warped, and you reeve them. That's a pop. They, like, let's say the Banshee. We'll use this as a prime example because the Banshee, you can't just kill a Banshee with a couple clips from a Harrier. She's going to keep coming. So you pop her once she's in the bubble. Now she's still being reeved. Put up another bubble right next to her. Now be careful when you do this because, well, you know they can kill you with one stroke. So set up another bubble, that pops them again. And guess what? When they're in that bubble that you've just created, you can reeve them again. So it's just like back, forth, back and forth. So you're just piggybacking over and over again the biotic combination. That's why we say, you know, don't worry about the pull. Take out those little guys with the Harrier. It's a great balance for this character. And you can dress this up however you want. You can stay in silver, but ultimately that's the way to go. Let's get that 160. And this is 66066 build. Feel free to shoot me any questions you might have with this build. These things are not absolute. You'll find that some things work better for you, some things don't. But anyways, this dog needs a walk. He's been very adamant, as you heard earlier. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.